Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we've got 15 days on our financial report, and we've got 15 days on our Mauler being back, and we need to deploy. So that's fine. We're going to hop in the mech bay, make absolutely sure everything here is good to go. It is fantastic. Let's hop into the command center. And actually, we wanted to hop into the barracks. Yeah, that would have been a good thing. So let's do that and make sure that we have all of our training done. Actually, yeah, we almost do. We do need a point of piloting for Succubus.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And Taboo is still working on it. He'll get there eventually. Excellent. So we need to make ourselves some cash. That's definitely what we need here. I don't want to take a travel contract due to time. Let's see. There is this ambush convoy mission. Slow and squishy, huh? I do like slow and squishy. Urban environment. Is there anything else particularly good here? I mean, this one is probably something that we could, like, max the pay on. 2.5 skull and just breeze through. But I'm not necessarily interested in just breezing through right now. This is definitely a better option than this one. It's a blackout, so this might be a bit of a long one. Might even be a 2-episode mission. We'll see how that timing ends up working. Do we have a free priority salvage? No, we don't, but I think we'll sit right here anyway. We need cash. There's no doubt about that. Now, this does have a 400-ton weight restriction on it. So that's rough. I would actually rather not do that. Not with that weight restriction right now. Maybe at another time, but right now I don't think that's a terribly good idea. This one might have a free priority salvage. It's an urban battle, and yeah, that's a free priority salvage. Fantastic. We sit here, we call that good. Now, we can deploy the Battlemaster or the Awesome here in this Lance. And what's the Battlemaster running these days? Yeah, the UAC 20 build. I think we're going to bring the Awesome and... Do we want to bring the Battlemaster right now? I think in place of the Corsair, that's fine. The Corsair is not super good right now. It's still in its default loadout, and it's not ideal, that's for sure. So we need an Awesome and a Battlemaster pilot. Who do we got? We've got a Battlemaster pilot here. And Paladin, do you have Awesome affinities? Yes, you do. Fantastic. Let's do this. So with this being an urban battle, we could be facing an enemy lance, obviously. We will be facing an enemy lance. There could be up to 2 reinforcement lances, and there could be, because this is an urban mission here, there could theoretically be a ambush. We'll see if that's the case. So that's essentially 4 lances worth that we could be up against. But it could be as few as 1 lance. And if it's 1 lance, we'll blitz through this very quickly. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, it's only the 1 lance, in all honesty. I would prefer that right now. A high-tonnage local government lance will shortly make planetfall at the behest of a group of petty nobles and commercial interests. Intel suggests this is the vanguard of a larger force of conventional tanks and infantry, and they're scouting the region for a suitable landing site. We need a competent mercenary company. Oh. They shouldn't have contracted us. To intercept the mechs and stop the invasion before it gets underway. If their planetside allies send any support, you'd wipe them out as well. Indeed. Seems like a rough fight will be the shield that blocks the head of the spear. If any support units do make a showing, only engage if you're in a good position after dealing with the mechs. Well, we'll see. Oftentimes, you don't get the luxury of picking and choosing. Pretty serious lance of mechs. Okay. They're up over here somewhere. Landing here is awkward because we're going to have to go all the way around here to get LOS up this way. We could land up here, in theory, and go in this direction. That might not be an awful idea. Although I don't like where it put some of those. So we would do something kind of like this. Okay, so we start with contact. That's good.
Tasteful architecture. Now this looks like home.
I gotta admit, that does not look like mechs. That looks distinctly like heavy bombers. We're gonna reserve, let them move again.
Heads up, Commander.
Rude.
You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Okay. So they've got reinforcements up here, and we know that they have 2 heavy bombers up there. That means... Oh, that's rude.
Reporting heavy damage.
That's very rude.
Armor's getting blown apart.
I'm under heavy fire.
Losing armor.
Reporting major armor loss. I'm losing armor bad. Losing armor.
Are you guys done reporting that? Thanks. Okay, so we're going to move up here. I mean, they didn't do that much damage with it, but it's definitely obnoxious.
Yep.
We're going to move up with our salamander. The salamander is going to head up this way. We don't see any enemies at this time. And I'm not sure how they had the sensors to do that shot, honestly. But, you know, the AI probably cheats. We're going to move up with the Orion.
On it.
This is not very much vision range. Okay.
For orders.
That's actually the Madcap Mark II. We're going to move up with the Awesome here, and that gives us eyes on this Cascatel. So, we now know they have a Warrior, an Ifrit, a Nidhogg, and a Cascatel. So we know that the Cascatel is the one that fired this shot here. That makes it pretty much a priority. We are going to Warlord, and we're going to fire on this guy.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
We did hit with 1 heavy PPC there.
Yes,
'Kay.
Commander.
The Battlemaster is going to step up to here,
If you say so.
and I feel like we have to potshot this. We'll Warlord it, but we don't expect much here at all. We did hit with one of those UAC-20s, which is surprising.
Waiting for order.
The Hector is going to move up as well,
Moving to position.
and we're going to hit the Cascatel yet again. We're going to Warlord it, boost those hit odds a little bit. We have no sensors in round 1 here, remember.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
No hits there. Okay. I'm not shocked by this.
Damn it.
Yes, Commander.
Black Knight is going to sprint forward up to here. The Black Knight has the kind of the best chance to hit this, with something anyway. Unfortunately, we're a little out of range, or maybe fortunately, because this is a Cascatel we're talking about. Okay. It's got laser AMS as well. Good to know. It's not shocking. Boy, lots of splash damage. Good to know.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Good thing we already moved most of our mechs. We're going to move up over this way with the Orion, but the Orion doesn't actually net any LOS. So we're just going to position it here.
Ready for orders.
The Boar's Head is going to move up. No sensors, no vision. Okay. Next round. Exiting combat. Okay, we're back in combat. They got to move there a little bit anyway. Another Ifrit over here. It didn't fire. Okay, AMS doing some work there. Excellent. When do we move? Like phase 18, 20? Sure, the Cascatel moves back. And it fires again, but it misses. That's solid. Okay, phase 22, they get to move again. They do have this Ifrit over here. They have a lot of heavy bombers. Well, that's unfortunate.
I'm melting in here.
Starting to cook.
Okay. I mean, we're mostly okay here, I think. Mostly.
Yes, Commander.
So the Orion is going to... Let's see, this is a coolant pool here. We're going to step over here with the Orion.
Roger that.
And we need to fire on this Cascatel. Hit odds are low, but we'll Warlord it. We can't even really see the thing, but its armor is low, and we're just going to shoot at it with everything we've got. And hope.
Copy that.
We breached the armor,
I'm out of short-range missiles.
but it wasn't enough. Okay, who do they move phase 21? Nidhogg. Lots of heavy bombers.
Awaiting orders.
The Black Knight is going to hop over here as well,
Moving to position.
and we're going to fire on that Cascatel. Everything we've got, we're going for the kill here.
Confirmed.
That's not much internal. Barely any, in fact.
Reporting critical hits.
Specifically, we did 2 internal damage to it. That's kind of bad luck. Okay.
Standing by.
The Awesome needs to get in the coolant pool if it can. Unfortunately, it can't. So it's going to move over here, and we're going to be a little bit short on what we can fire. Not the heavy PPC, but we're going to fire the rockets, and actually, I'm not going to fire the rockets here, I think. We can fire the heavy PPC. This guy has exposed structure in 2 locations. There we go. The Cascatel is down.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
Okay.
Heat damage.
So we've got this Ifrit over here. The Madcap Mark II is going to move to engage that.
Affirmative.
And we will Warlord it. Hit odds aren't great, but give it a go.
Target acquired.
That was actually pretty good. Structure exposure on that Ifrit. It's in the turret, sadly.
Right here.
But I'll call that okay for now. The Battlemaster is going to move in over here into the coolant. And we can't really afford to fire the UAC-20 here, but we'll fire everything else. And do we have... Nope, we don't have Warlord.
Roger that.
That was a solid internal hit there. Ammo explosion. I think it's dead.
He never should have left here.
Yes, the Ifrit's down. Okay. Now we need to deal with these guys up here. The Albatross is rude. What type of ballistic was that? I couldn't really see its impact point.
Taking heavy hits, Commander.
I'm unsure.
Receiving you.
Regardless, the Hector is going to step forward up here.
On my way.
And, I mean, we can't really see up here currently. So we're just going to have to pot shot. And we're not going to fire this, in fact, either ERPPC for heat purposes here. We're just going to do something like this and sink the heat. Yeah. I'm not shocked that we didn't hit that.
Orders.
The Salamander, on the other hand, is going to sprint in here. And then I'm going to Vigilance it. We've got the Warrior. We've got the Ifrit. The Ifrit does have AMS. But I feel like the Ifrit is the threat here. It's still got those bombs. We're going to Warlord this. And we're going to nuke this Ifrit as hard as we can. It will AMS some of these, but not all.
Firing.
That was a lot. We shredded a lot of armor there. The Boar's Head is now going to move up over here. We're going to pop these over into flak mode. And we're going to hit that Ifrit. This should take it down.
Giving them everything I've got.
Excellent.
Reporting vehicle destroyed.
Okay, phase 12, they move this guy. Now, of course, they're still going to have this splash damage. It doesn't do a lot, but it spreads
Armor's
out.
Getting stripped off.
Yep,
Took a hard hit there.
that's to be expected.
Confirm.
The Salamander gets to move right away again, which is fascinating. We're going to just step it forward to here.
Move order received.
Now, we've got these two out here. They're too far away to really worry about. I think we're just going to fire 60 MRMs at this warrior. Excellent.
Frag the vehicle.
Okay, so there's another one down. Next up. This is probably one of the Ifrits up here moving. That could have been so much worse. I'm okay with this.
Light hit.
Where's it going to ace pilot to? Okay, so that's the Nidhogg there, and then this one is a warrior. Okay, there's no Ifrit up here, just the
Standing
Nidhogg.
by.
We're going to move up with our Hector. And we actually have pretty decent hit odds on the Nidhogg here. We can't Warlord, but that's okay.
Acknowledge.
Solid. Okay, phase 21. Let's see what they do next. There is this Jess over here, but I'm not too concerned about its splash damage. We'll spread out a bit over the course of this round. Okay. That's got splash as well on it, but it missed.
I'm ready.
The Awesome, I would love to place into the Coolant here,
Got it,
and so we
Commander.
shall. And then we can fire on either the Warrior or the Nidhogg. Hit odds are better on the Nidhogg. We don't have Warlord, but I'm going to fire the rocket. I want to nuke this Nidhogg. Bad shots on the PPC, and fairly bad shots on the
Short-range missiles.
rockets as well. But that's okay. The Battlemaster for right now is going to sprint its way up over this direction to spread out a bit.
Copy.
And we're going to fire, the only one we can fire at is the Warrior, and we're just going to pot shot these lasers.
Engaging.
Yeah, we don't hit, but we're not shocked.
Standing by.
Okay, the Black Knight is, I think, honestly going to head out this direction as well.
On the
We'll
move.
position it around here, and then let's check on the Warrior versus the Nidhogg. We gotta fire at the Nidhogg. Some armor shred there. We didn't expect a
go.
kill, obviously. The Orion is going to come over here
Coordinates received.
and continue fighting this Albatross. Now, we're not going to fire X6 here. In fact, we're probably not even going to fire the heavy rotary AC-5 due to its recoil mechanic. We're just going to pot-shot the PPCs.
Acknowledge.
We did get a hit on the Albatross, so it's sensor impaired. That's nice. It moves up. Fires on the Orion, and ooh, that's a lot in that leg.
Damn it.
That's very unfortunate that all of that hit the leg.
Oh. Oh, that hit meat.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that it would have hit the leg with that much, but okay. The Madcat Mark II is going to step up over here, and we're able to shoot at either of these. We can fire at the Albatross, or we can fire at the Warrior, or we can fire at the Nidhogg. And technically, hit odds are highest on the Nidhogg. That's one hit. Not sure what the other cows hit, but okay.
Commander,
The Boar's Head is going to step up,
location confirmed.
and it is obviously going to fire on the Nidhogg in flak mode here.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Okay, so sadly the Arrow 4 was taken down by AMS, but that's fine. Now the Jess is going to fire at the Orion. That's obvious. Surprisingly, it missed everything. The real problem here, of course, is I don't know if we can replace the Rack 5 ammo. We might be able to. We might have to rework this Orion. That's not the end of the world.
Yes, Commander.
But it is vaguely annoying. So we're going to move the Awesome up to here. We have options. We can fire on the Albatross, 63%. 84 on that Nidhogg. Do it.
Engaging target.
Very heavy hits on the Nidhogg. The Nidhogg is low on armor. Phase 23, that'll probably be the Warrior. Yep. Positioning right by the Nidhogg there. Firing at the Orion, shockingly missing. I'll take it. Phase 22 is going to probably be the Nidhogg, which will move in and probably attack the Orion as well, but that's very far away. It goes for the Battlemaster, misses the PPC, and the rockets aren't very effective. I like it. Okay, where's it going to ace pilot to? Oh, really? Okay. That's
Commander?
not the best place it could have ace piloted to, in my opinion. We're going to sprint forward with the Black Knight,
Confirmed.
and we are going to pepper this guy with as much crit fishing in here as we can.
Target confirmed.
And that's exactly what we were hoping for.
Reporting vehicle destroyed.
Excellent.
Right here.
The Battlemaster is going to make its way over this way and engage the Albatross. And I think we go ahead and Warlord this. Fire the UAC-20 as well.
Okay, firing up.
We did hit it with the UAC-20 there. Only one shot, but even so, that's
Good
fine.
to go.
The Hector is going to continue fighting the Reinforcement Lance over here, the Warrior. Odds are low here, but we're okay with that.
Engaging target.
Yeah, we didn't get hits. That's not shocking. The Salamander is going to sprint in as close as it can.
Move.
And this will probably be a kill.
Locking off. All weapons.
There we go. Reinforcements are down. Slight overkill on the MRMs, but that's okay. I don't mind.
My SRM
Okay,
around.
at this point, the Madcap Mark II is going to continue firing on this Albatross. Can we Warlord it? Not yet. Okay.
Target confirmed.
LBX AC-10 crit, that's nice. The Albatross hasn't moved yet. It will move now. What's it decide to do? Going for the Orion. That's not shocking. Okay.
Reporting major armor loss.
Ooh, the Jess moves already? Okay. It didn't fire. We're good with that. That was just transfer damage. So far, the Orion is mostly still fine. So the Boar's Head is going to move over here, and the Boar's Head is going to start artillerying the Jess. Not in flak mode, obviously, in indirect mode. And, unfortunately, we can't Warlord it, but... Ooh, that wasn't great. That was a much better hit. Okay.
Orders.
The Orion is going to stand up. We're going to move the Orion over
Alright.
this way.
Up again. My mech is
I'm going to Vigilance it. And I'm going to Brace it as well. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
The Madcap Mark II gets to fire again immediately. We're going to Warlord. And we're going to have to turn here. But this is going to be a very, very solid shot here.
Firing. Full stealth.
Lots of internal damage there.
Scored a critical hit.
He is now
I'm out of
unsteady,
short range.
which is huge. The Awesome is going to close in over here.
On my way.
Fire over the fire, or through the fire, rather. But this is still solid damage. Take him out. Puts him over the red line, and that'll be a knockdown.
I'm out lot of SRMs.
That Albatross is super, super dead.
Aye, aye.
The Black Knight is going to, I guess, come up here and finish the
Roger
job.
that.
May as well.
Copy that.
Well, that didn't finish the job. I was
Target
hoping for
taken
some
in
crits
critical
there,
hit.
but no such luck.
Standing
The Battle
by.
Master will absolutely finish it, though. Get in there. We probably don't even need the UAC-20, but we've got plenty of ammo. Excellent.
Let's do it.
Now all we need to do is eliminate that Jess.
Commander.
The Hector is going to head up over here.
Full speed. No target. Confirm.
And the Salamander is going to move on in as well.
I got you.
Who is next?
Waiting
The
for
Orion? Okay. We're just going to brace the Orion.
Hunkering down.
Mines? I don't care. That's fine.
Standing by.
The Boar's Head is going to step up,
Move order received.
and we're going to drop artillery on the Jess once again. Hit odds aren't the best at this range, but we'll see what we get. Decent armor damage there. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
So our Awesome is going to head over this way. I thought I was sprinting,
Standing
but
by.
I guess not. The Black Knight is going to also
Roger
head
that.
over.
Yes, Commander.
The Battle Master, surprisingly, is basically out of this minefield. I'm just going to leave it be, though.
Guess I'll vent some heat
I don't think it
while I-
really needs to do too much. The Hector is going to head in over here. Wonderful.
Yep.
And the Salamander is going to continue heading this direction as well.
Ready.
The Madcat Mark II, it's running a little hot right now, but that's fine. Okay, let's see what the Jess does here. Sure. Little bit of armor strip, I don't
My
really
armor's
care.
getting stripped off.
Not
The
much
Boar's Head is going to step in over here,
losing armor. Took a
and
hard
we're
hit
going to
there.
drop additional artillery
Can't
on it.
take much more of this.
That was a miss with the sniper artillery, a hit with the arrow 4.
Standing by.
And the Orion is just going to kind of turn around and brace. There we go.
Commander.
And now we're going to sprint in with the Black Knight to here. And let's start that armor strip.
Target locked.
Excellent.
I depleted my Gauss rifle ammo.
Ready for order.
The Awesome is also going to come in over here.
On the move. Full speed.
And we're going to hit this guy. I'm going to not Warlord, I think. Not with this. Excellent. That's a structure exposure in the front arc there.
Orders.
The Salamander is not going to get into LOS, but that's okay.
Double time. Let's go.
There we go.
Yes, Commander.
The Hector absolutely is, and the Hector is likely to kill it here, especially with this Warlord.
Target.
That tag went really wide, but there we go. So that was a decent amount of damage, but that could have been way worse. Most of their splash damage didn't get a chance to come in. Like, most of their really heavy damage, their bombs and their artillery, they didn't get a huge chance to use it. So we took a decent chunk of damage, there's no doubt about that. And replacing that leg on the Orion is going to be interesting. We'll see how that goes. And honestly, I think we take perhaps the Cascatel here. What would the Ifrit part net us? Okay, the Cascatel is absolutely the way to go here. We got an AC5. We'll get rid of that. Standard heatsink cooling, we don't care. A half ton of LRM ammo, I guess we can keep that around. SAM LRM ammo, we'll get rid of. And of course, we're going to scrap that Cascatel part. However, it is about time to put a cut in here, so as soon as we know what it's going to cost to repair, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Next episode, we will do the refit on the Orion and see how that puts us in terms of our actual finances. We'll see. In the meantime, while we're waiting for Yang to get that estimate for us, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and let's see what Yang thinks that's going to cost. Any moment now, Yang. There we go. What do you got for us? 300k. Yeah, that's about what I expected. We'll get that Orion refit and get these repairs completed. See you all next time.